me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. Let's go.
Hello, folks. Richard Moore, USAGSA. I hope everybody's having a good start on this 2025. And we're going to get things kicked off properly here at USAGSA. Today I'm going to talk about some corrupt officials that I'll be seeing soon in federal court. We're talking about that and why. I'll talk a little bit about this drone deal, weigh in on that, and give you my thoughts on that deal, and a whole bunch of other things, especially as it pertains to these corrupt government programs, these corrupt officials, and these community mobbing, community-oriented policing, better known as community orgasmic policing. Before I jump into it, I encourage you to, in the description of this video, our link tree's in there. So I encourage you to go there, and you can click the link tree, and that give you the other platforms that we're on, especially my blogs on WordPress and Substack. Well, I've written extensively about these programs, the people, their tactics, the who, what, when, where, and how. Also, I've done stories on several victims, and will continue to do that, and giving voice to those that have been rendered voiceless. And I, for one, have been they've done everything, and they're going to continue to do everything to stop what we're doing here at USAGSA. We're 100% supportive of our listeners, followers, and viewers. Without your support, we can't continue doing what we're doing. We've been up and running on our YouTube channel for 4 years. A year and a half of that, mind you, I was incarcerated for because of my advocacy against these corrupt officials in North Mississippi. They did everything to destroy what we built, everything from my automobile, everything. Everything was stolen, destroyed, my animals killed, etc. But we take that year and a half out of that 4 years, and we are well over 2 million views on our content right here. So I have you to thank for that. And without your support, and in that link tree is a Chime, Cash App, Donor Box, GoFundMe, as a way that you can support and take a stand with USAGSA, where we can continue to expose this corruption and to try to right some of these wrongs across this country and make change. That's what we're all about. Also, I encourage you to become a patron on Patreon. It's where you get all the content there. It gives you a main communication line with myself, and you get everything there first. So check out Patreon there on the link tree. Your support, again, is essential. And I want to say this, folks. People love to talk about how they support the Constitution of the United States of America. And it just blows my mind how these criminals with badges take an oath. They put their hand on the Bible, most of them hadn't read, and swear to a God they don't believe in, on a Bible they've never read, to protect the people from enemies, foreign or domestic. And that is when our constitutional rights are in direct line of being trampled on or denied. And they absolutely hate the Constitution. They think it's okay to lie under oath and to perjure themselves. Now, we know what the Bible says about liars. They're going to bust hell wide open. I'd say it, the Bible says it, okay? Get mad at God. We've got too many fake preachers and fake churches preaching a fake doctrine, a fake God to a bunch of fake-ass people that call themselves doing God's work, and they're good pillars of the community. And they butt you to death when you bring these things up of what they're doing in plain sight, doing to other American citizens and your community. I'm going to continue to speak out about this. I'm going to call the people out by names. I'm going to expose them, exploit them, and everything else I can do as long as I'm breathing. That's the deal. So I put them on notice, 2025. So in Itawamba County, Mississippi, I did a segment on the sheriff, Mr. Neighbors, his brother Bradford Neighbors, and they absolutely hate free speech. They didn't like it. It was a lie. I didn't like that. Let me tell you what, folks. That's the way it is, honey. That's the way it is. I hear things every day I don't like, I don't believe, but I have to accept it, turn the channel, and move on. Because if I start condemning that, then what if? So I want to say something, and I can't. That's part of the deal. You don't get, it's not a buffet where you just pick out what you like and leave the rest of the crap on the bar. That ain't the deal. And so I've had a lot of experience in this, folks, taking these clowns to task. And I'm going to tell you, this old boy, I'm better than I've ever been. I absolutely filed a masterpiece today. I can tell you that. Mark my word. And what does that mean? I drew fire exactly where and how I wanted to. Now, it would be simple for those folks to say, you know what, let's just leave him the hell alone. And that means all of you with all your toys and tricks and your BS. The cars, the color harassment, the noise, the crash dummies, the drones, and all this other convoluted BS you can conjure up. But you're not going to stop. And I know that. I'm not either. You need to know that. So I've said I've got to get these folks in a position where I want them. I'm going to wait. I'm in it for the long game. I'm looking at the long game, boys. And let me tell you, because they ain't for the long game. It's incremental, a death by 1,000 paper cuts. In the end, well, that targeted individual, they'll die, death by suicide. That's what they'll call it. Or it's accidental. That's what they'll call a murder, a life in prison, or insane asylum. That's the outcome. Is annihilation, to reduce someone from something to nothing. That's where I agree with these people. I've got the same mindset as they do about them and this program. Period. Period. But you make it your business to take it upon yourselves to falsely accuse, convict, imprison, and you do this to people across this country, and then you try to label them, you try to do everything in the world to discredit them. Right, what about listening to him now? How's that working out for you, boys and girls? Over 2 million just on this platform. When we take the other platforms, where USAGSA in the last 4 years, with approaching 6 million views. Okay, now that's not a lot, with all things considered. But I promise you, it says one thing: you have not muzzled this ox, okay? And you're not going to. God sees it different. So I called their hand on it. I did this as sure as that they would do what they did, and they go and get them a kangaroo court judge, Harold Holcomb. He's a justice court judge, a do boy for the sheriff. And they said, "Oh, I get it." And they sued me. Wouldn't give me continuance. Wouldn't give me time to get an attorney. I let them do what they're going to do. After consulting with different attorneys that I know on a personal basis, and we had exchanges about this, and everybody was on the same page. It's going to be a railroad job, period. So the different avenues, I let them do what they're going to do. It wouldn't matter. I'm not going there and waste my time. And these judges, the only qualifications they have to get elected and have an education level, at least a GED. That's it. Had a day of law school. And Holcomb had a day of law school. Okay. So he is ruling from the bench as the way he thinks he sees things. That's it. The lowest rung on the totem pole, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to make the earth move in Mississippi and across this country. I'm going to see to it. So officially, on his official order, he's officially put his rubber stamp and his order and ruling denying my constitutional protected First Amendment right. And honey, he don't have the authority to do that. He does not have the authority to do that. No court in this land has the authority to do it. He damn sure don't. Neither does the sheriff, and neither does his state actor brother, or anybody else that's got something to say about somebody that's got something to say that they don't want to hear. You know, the truth is not comfortable. Let me tell you what, I'm going to keep telling it, whether y'all like it or not. And I'm talking to the enemy, the ones that sitting there all soiled up. Why? Let me tell you, I built what we built here on lies. It's built on facts. That's the deal. So today, that federal lawsuit has got filed. I'm dragging the judge, the sheriff, and his brother. And I may have damned it. I put an addendum to it and dragged some more with it. But there is more to come. Separate ones for these ass clowns out here patrolling, mobbing, thinking they've just got the best illusion clown act in the world. And you just keep thinking that. I want you to keep thinking that. Now, I'm curious as what a federal judge has got to think about this kangaroo judge abjectly and putting it on paper on his order denying protected speech. Can't do that. Okay, folks. Y'all see where this is going. Y'all see where it's going. These are the kind of people are going out, pulling a lever, putting these clowns in there, and they will do anything. And got nothing to do with the rule of law. Anything to get their way. And let me tell you what. And I will do anything to not allow you to get your way. That's what I live for. Well, you think you've got me down and on my heels, honey, you're confused. You are totally confused. Let me tell you how simple it is, ladies and gentlemen. For those that are getting these stalking perverts, let me tell you, we drag them in federal court. If you're on Patreon, you communicate with me. I'll help you. I'll take you all the way in there, okay? You don't need a lawyer. Forget that, okay? You don't need that. I got what you need. These stalkers, these community stalkers, stalking is a crime, by the way, okay? So there's a process. You document all of them. You ain't got to prove it all right. All you do is you give it to the sheriff or the chief and have them investigate and do what they do. If they don't do what they're supposed to do, there you go, off the races. If they do what they're supposed to do and identify the individual, you're off the races. I know more than I can count individuals that participate in this program. That's enough for me. Because they're all snitching rats. Believe me, when water gets hot, they whoa. Y'all say we wasn't supposed to be like this. They're going to give it up. Trust me, they ain't none going to hold their mud. A state actor is if they are participating in a program that receives grant money, state or federal. A state actor. If you're participating in a program that is overseen by members of law enforcement, state actor. I can go on and on and on. It is not a high bar to meet. Therefore, when I name you a federal lawsuit, stalking ass clown, you're going to be named as a state actor. What you going to do? Ignore it? I'm going to get judgment against you if you ignore it. I'm going to drag you financially. I'm going to everything you got. Everything you want to get. That's what I'm coming after. That's what the deal is in 2025, folks. I'm going to drag them at every imaginable, conceivable way a person can be dragged. I'm going to drag them. And I'm talking about psychologically and financially. And if they don't like that, they can step up the plate and we'll try it physically. Okay? So you make it mean whatever you want to make it mean, boys and girls. Because I am not taking any prisoners. No, sir. Not in 2025. Not doing it. They're going to have to get a lawyer to answer that complaint. That costs money. Maybe you can do it for free. I doubt it. You're not going to get paid by the community orgasmic insurance deal. Is not going to cover the lawyers like they are for the sheriff. The state's going to have to pay that. The county tax dollars going to have to pay for the sheriff and the judge. That's our tax dollars. They're not going there and pay for the brother. They're not going to do that. But I really don't care who pays for it, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, individually, I'm coming for you. I just need a handful. If you want to try to go solo on that deal, you can. But I'm going to make you spend some money, okay? I'm going to make you do that. You're not going to be able to stop me and not going to be able to get a ruling that these lawsuits are frivolous. That ain't happening. They will be with merit. They will be proper. And they will be hotly contested to the bitter end. Every single one of them. 2025. This is what's coming. I've been posting videos of these pervert, closet queer, stalking queens. And let me tell you, I got plenty of tag numbers and identified plenty of people. That's good enough for me. I'm going to keep doing it. They think, well, that don't mean nothing. All right. Boy, you all got the minds of a English pea. Ball brains, bird brains. And you think what you see is what it is. I promise you. Welcome to my world. By the time you see your image, or I talk about you, and I go live, honey, you're hit. Trust me. I got what I need. Before I ever talk about it, I got what I need. You think that you're 10 foot tall, bulletproof. Let me tell you, nothing can be further from the truth. I can tell you. I grew up fighting, not physically fighting, but grew up fighting, knowing what it took to win. I can tell you. My dad played professional football. He had a 10-year career with college and pro football, played for the Chargers. I'm a native Californian, raised in Alabama. And I ended up in Mississippi, and you know what? I couldn't get out and ain't going to get out. That's what the deal is. Billy Brewer, the coach at Ole Miss, he played Ole Miss a year before at University of Memphis. And Billy Brewer, I said, why did they call Daddy sausage? I said, y'all always sausage. I said, well, I've never heard that. I hear it from people that did it back in his college days. They said, well, when they brought him on the team and he wanted on a starting position, put him in the bull ring. Those are where bull ring is. That's when they put two players and a circle around them and they blow the whistle and let them hit each other. And this guy had my dad beat by, he was 6'4", 230, 240 pounds, 34-inch waist. Fast as lightning. He was a defensive end. It's been that more, at later years, he'd have been a running back, but it did things a little different. They put him in there, and this guy had him beat by 75, 80 pounds, a much bigger guy. But how big's your heart? He said, a Fred got in there, and they blew away and hit him. And it hit him, and he said, and it hit, and it hit. And with most people, we tap out. I can't take no more. He said he kept hitting. Finally, they seen that he wasn't going to tap out. That every time he got knocked down, he'd get back up and he'd hit him again. He said Fred looked like, literally, he had been through a sausage grinder. He was cut and bruised and bloody from head to toe, literally. That's how he got his name, Sausage. And folks, let me tell you, I've been through that grinder in a whole bunch of different ways other than that. I played sports when I was in high school and probably could have taken it, but God had a different avenue for me to take. The short of this is, folks, I didn't come from a long line of losers like obviously some of these people I'm contending with have. Born losers, obviously. My daddy didn't raise no coward. He didn't raise no lily-livered, weak-kneed sister. He didn't raise somebody without a backbone. Old yellow belly. He did not raise somebody with a wishbone. And that's what I'm dealing with. These clowns pulling up, following people, parking, acting like they're, let me tell you. And they think they're completely in the right doing what they're doing and completely safe. Let me tell you, folks, you're as safe as that person you're stalking wants you to be. You believe that? I don't make it about me. I could take some of them and myself out of the equation long ago, but no, I'm not going to give them that pleasure. The Home Office hadn't told them about that deal. Because, folks, let me tell you, at the right time and the right person, let me tell you, as for me, I'm not going to ask him about what are you doing. I don't want to start nothing. No. I'm about one thing, handling my business quick, without hesitation. Okay? Now, you need to think about those when you're out there playing with grown folks that absolutely not going to tolerate being played with. I'm not. That's why I am a warrior for victims of this targeting program from coast to coast. I have no problems with it. And let me tell you, if you want to silence me, let me tell you, good luck with that. Because I'm telling you, I'm within my rights and my God-given rights of an American citizen. And I'm going to exercise those constitutional rights. And when people start laying those aside, is when we start giving them up. Minds change. We got a new president coming in. Facebook's going to quit fact checking. How about that? They will follow the lead of Elon Musk. And Facebook has done nothing but a pathetic playground for these pathetic, no good for nothing, ain't got nothing to say, full of bullshit stalkers, community or gasnic policing from coast to coast. That's what it's about. You get somebody that's talking about something real and expose them. Oh, we got to get him off and shut him up. It's hate speech. A lot of things are coming to change, I'm telling you. A lot of things are changing. Same thing with these drones. I've said it and we'll say it one more time. If you don't, the government knows. And here in 2 or 3 weeks, that deal's going to be solved. Mark my word. Put that on your calendar. They know what's going on. It's just one great big psyop. That's all it is. I mean, we've had monkeys up there for a while running crap. I don't know who's running it. But that's the deal. These lawsuits, I plan on getting plenty of money. I'm talking about rich money. That's enough where I could buy a monkey rich or kill somebody and get away with it rich. That kind of rich. That's what I'm digging for. I'm going to dig it off the backs of these pathetic morons out here on patrol playing games. These perverts at Walmart staging this crap for people coming in. I've got a story at Walmart I'm going to bring you here in the next couple of days. I won't get on a Walmart deal, but I'm going to tell you. It's hard for me to talk about Walmart without making a sailor blush with cussing. But I'm going to tell you, they are public enemy number one. If you don't believe, you hang tight. I'm going to show you what the deal is with them. Just like these criminals with badges. They're going on fake news. We're doing this, doing that, pat good old boys and all that other BS. But when we talk about murder and rape and all these crime and vice and their side whores and all this other stuff, oh, whoa, what's he doing, man? We got to shut him up. I guess you do want to shut up. Well, you might want to cut it out. How about turning your badge in and everything else that we paid for and leave? And if that car you're driving in is ours, the taxpayers, then walk your ass home. That's what you need to do. Until then, we're going to keep exposing you. We're going to keep talking about it. I don't care how uncomfortable it makes you. And I'm speaking to these sheriffs. I've talked about them. Go back and look at the videos. I'm talking to them. They know who I'm talking to, including that ass clown down there in Pasco County, Florida, Chris Naco. They say they're gonna quit doing all that stuff. No, they just rebrand the old whore, new dress. They gonna keep doing it because that's what criminals do. That's what they do. That's what these snitching rats do. They built their whole deal is built on that foundation of low life snitching rats. And when you get after one of them, well, Chase, let me tell you, you turn the tables on. Oh, they'll get other vehicles mobbing with them and all that. Oh, he followed me. They'll get the police involved. That's what they do. A cop calling, pathetic, pussy. That's what they are. I see it too many times. So these drones, they can't, the government saying, and there's the people that reported on it, they can't identify them. And I hope nobody buys that. I mean, hell, when I was a kid, they could track Santa Claus. And hell, he don't even exist. But they can't track and identify these drones. Get the hell out of here. We're not buying it. Okay? So, that's my deal on the drones. Okay? So, I want to make sure that this, I'm going to, once I get the case number on this new lawsuit here, and let me tell you, folks, there's a lot of people looking at this, a lot of eyes are on it, and there's a lot of things working on this lawsuit. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, I will say this: it's right, and we're going to get them there. We're going to get them exactly what they've been campaigning for. We're going to do it. Now, it should bother the taxpayers, especially locally, that their tax dollars are paying this, and they're paying for these insurance companies to cover their ass. It's not going to cover. The insurance company say, "Oh, that's it. Pump the brakes. That's what we want." Pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to fight and answer me. They ain't seen nothing yet. They ain't seen nothing yet. I won't be satisfied till I get to where we're using words like hemorrhaging money. Maybe then, because let me tell you, that's what they always do. When they target the individual, they hit them in the pocketbook. They've tried that. They've tried it. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I've got some supporters out there that God has put in the deal. And I'm sorry, that ain't working, folks. They're making sure that we're doing right here what we're supposed to be doing. That's the deal. That's the deal. So you pocketbook it and get your ass on out of the deal, because you ain't stopping this. Because there's enough people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm going to do my part and to make sure that we expose these people and we take them to task. We're not just going to talk about them and put them out there. We're going to take them and say, we're going to take the next step. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it until things change. That's the deal. So I'm putting them on notice. Don't matter where you are. If you're watching this, you're part of this deal, watch out. Don't care where you are. Jackson County, inbred Kentucky, yes, your dose is coming. I'm going on about these places. But I'm going to tell you, folks, it'll be time enough for that. That 98% of the stuff that these ass clowns want me to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it. They want me to get on Area 51. They want me to talk about bionic fairy dust and all that other stuff. I'm not going to do it. Don't care. Do not care. When people want to spend all their time thinking all this stuff is not going to get you any play in a courtroom. I'm hearing voices. And it's patented. And I mean, who? I'm not even going there. Let me tell you, folks. I'm on the KISS program. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay? I don't give a damn about the illusions, the psyop, the tricks, the smoke and mirrors. I don't get whistles, none of that stuff. The microwaves. I'm not worried about it. When I can tell you, folks, when I'm able to take a bag of microwave popcorn and hold it in my hand and it start popping, then I'm going to start worrying about the damn microwaves. Until then, I don't care. Cheeseburgers are killing people. I'm about to knock this camera over. Cheeseburgers are killing people. What I am going to talk about is that clown behind the curtain. I watched that Wizard of Oz, and there's plenty of them. The ones in there pulling the levers. Ignore the man behind the curtain. That's what all this stuff is. These fake groups that you see online, social media, on Facebook, is they're all saying, ignore the man behind the curtain. But Richard Moore said, damn that. I'm going behind that curtain. Because I feel like if I get to that man behind that curtain, them little tricks and all this bullshit will fall by the wayside. I'm going to hold his ass to the fire. I don't care how he does it. I ain't trying to understand him. I'm not trying to get in his head. Y'all feel me? That is the bricks and mortar. That's the meat on the bone with USAGSA. That's the approach we're taking. That's the approach that I take. I'm going to keep taking it. So they can get all day long try to change my narrative. That ain't going to happen. Nope, 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 nope. Long as we got a man behind the curtain, or a woman, or a he, she, or whatever the hell they want to call themselves behind that curtain, that's where I'm looking. That's where I'm coming. That's where I got, well, you got all these distractions. I got my mind on that deal. You see, this program in every county is the chief law enforcement officer, sheriff, and the chief of police. First person behind the curtain. Now, they denied it, but I'm going to tell you, eventually, they're going to get tired of that curtain back and get pointed at. Because they know all the other stuff. So I don't need to figure it out. They've already got it figured out. I got the man behind the curtain figured out. He needs to figure out the rest of his deal. Y'all feel me? That's the thing, okay? So I hope everybody was able to pick up what I put down. And if you're not, well, then come back and maybe I'll put some more down for you. But this year, 2025, is all about standing up, taking a stand, fighting for what's right, fighting for something that's already been fought and died for, our rights. But however, we have got to assert ourselves because apparently too many in this country have lost their way and they've got America confused. They've got what a real American is confused with what somebody else posing to be an American is. And I'm not confused today. Absolutely not. I believe that rule of law and that master document, that Constitution of the United States of America, trumps any convoluted BS that a kangaroo court judge got the audacity to spit in America's face and to pull some shit like that. And I got it on paper. That is pathetic. That is a criminal, pathetic enemy of the state right there. Case in point, and I'm making it. In the Northern District, the federal court in the Northern District of Mississippi. As quick as I get it filed, I get the case number and get it back. And the U.S. Marshal Service has got these clowns served. I won't post all those things for you, and I'll let you know where you're going there, and you can read the complaint and all that stuff. And I'll let everybody follow this and keep up with it in real time. What they're saying, what I'm saying. You don't have to go on Pacer. You don't have to download anything. I'm going to post it there for the world to see. Everything. Including their discovery. Thick as a New York telephone book. We're going to do it like that. We believe in full transparency here in real America, ladies and gentlemen. And that being said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the things they don't want to talk about and see just how many lies they're willing to tell. Okay? I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them because we got other things we're going to press when they do. They've already opened the door to several things that they couldn't open up soon enough for me. They've done it. And I figure they're going to keep doing it. And as long as they keep doing it, I'm telling you, folks, it just gets better and better and better. So look up. A good day and a better day is coming, folks. We've got to stand up and continue to fight. Stand with us. USAGSA, I appreciate you. Share, like, subscribe. Until next time, God bless you.
They call me a